Yeah, pretty standard starts. Nobody's really pressuring anything or invading any jungles. Sometimes some teams, that's all they want to do is invade every game, no matter what. But both, I think Morgana probably wins that invade with her Q. Nautilus is good though because he can get the.
I like that there. Throwing the Q, that Dark Binding onto Kiri as opposed to Zappy will stop the damage from coming forward. Nautilus doesn't hit very hard, especially when he has that dredge line first. He doesn't get the damage from his W. But
Oh, he lands another
three
one.
times. That's the flash out of James. A root down onto Rito. He gets hit with that
Oh.
Seeker. But the ignite underneath the turret, and Zappy goes down. First blood going to Rito is bronze 5.
Great play.
Fight here against Shaden. They are fighting it out. Conqueror proc for both, but that is going to be it.
I really like how the Morgana Q's 100% hit rate so far. Immediately aiming right back on Nautilus or the ADC every single time they were coming in, and so it's not like they were just getting totally out traded. And then Nautilus dove a little too deep on that one and got binded in turret range.
Crazy what you can figure out with these champions. But now up in the top side, a flash ignite. Mono does have to pop the barrier in addition to the command protect, and AC does pick up that first kill. Claude now in a little bit of trouble. He does have the flash, but it is followed by Jungle Official. In comes the biggest snowball ever. Does one bear have it? He does get the chomp. He has the slow and the damage over time from the red buff. He's throwing down those snowballs. He isn't able to get it as the healing from the Kingslayer from AC gives him what he needs and picks up another kill in the middle.
Yeah, and that's just Silas things, as I like to say. He looks like he's dead. He hits you with that W, and it's like, oh wait, where did all this health come from? And
that's what's so amazing to me is that has been the thing that has needed the most, touching, and yet it's the thing that didn't get nerfed. They buffed other things around it, and now the flash has been expended. Claude is going to use the Umbral Dash to get out for just a little bit. The Infernal Chain's not going to be able to pull Jungle Official back, and he has Conqueror and red buff Claude Dupree in a lot of trouble. Goes down to Shaden. TFT James on the bottom side also dies to Zappy, and these guys are fighting back. After losing first blood, they are not happy.
This game is a little out of control.
A little bit. Look at that, 6 kills in 4 minutes. Very reminiscent of other tournaments you and I have cast together.
Definitely.
But so let's talk advantages from it here. Already, that's about 2,000 gold in the pockets of Tempest Rampage ahead of Rated R Esports. You can see creep score advantages in the top, on the bottom, and in the jungle here. They're just able to find all this gold so early in the game, and with champions like Mordekaiser, like Kaisa, and Silas, they benefit so much from those early power spikes. This is, not ideal for sure.
And Silas having a blue buff at 5 minutes in is absolutely not good. You just push your wave like crazy.
Yeah, and see, that's what's so funny is the wave clear aspect is what got nerfed on him in 9.12, but then they rebuffed other things here in 9.13, which made him back, took him back to relevance. And so with that blue buff, he's not going to have the disadvantage that 9.12 gave him with that nerf. Infernal Drake has... Infernal Drake has arrived onto the map. We saw a couple pings in there. We can see the icon down on the bottom side of the map, and both teams looking to at least have some sort of vision there. We can see the missing ping going down onto Jungle Official, but his bot lane having the priority there, and with one bear up on the top side, I don't think that there's really going to be much of a contest for it. If they go for it, though, as he is looking to come down onto the bottom lane.
Yeah, Olaf looks like he's trying to look for a gank, but they're not in position to really be able to do it right now. But that whole bottom side of the river is lit up with red. There's red wards, so if they see anybody coming to go for the dragon there or coming down there from Rated R, they're definitely going to know.
That is Scuttle Crab, I believe, in favor of Tempest Rampage, but there is a Rated R Esports ward right there on the crescent shape of it was a zoning hook.
Yes,
what it was. They were trying to burn a flash or something like that. I like it. I like it. Zappy, next level, man. 900 IQ. So
beautiful.
going back in here, not just the bottom side, but you can see a lot more red here from Tempest Rampage, even up on the top side of the map. The control ward up on top lane, and another one right inside the blue side jungle. And these guys, they have information, they have knowledge, and now with the back timings of Rito and James, getting rid of this vision here, they are going to start up that Infernal Check and probably won't have any contest from it.
They waited for the Scuttle Crab to go down before they actually went for it, and as soon as it went down, they were in position to take it, which is a really good play because they have no vision to be able to go over there and contest it at all.
Yeah, with the Scuttle Crab dropping, you have no way of knowing what's actually going on. They do now, but here, Rito and James have to be careful. They know that their jungler, the enemy jungler, was there, and they know that they need to be careful with the possibility of a 3v2 engage. Nice binding landing there onto Kiri. Damage, not going to do a whole lot.
The bindings are really on point from James. I think he's missed 1 or 2. Running at like almost a 90% binding rate.
One Bear is in some trouble though. Priority is not in mid. One Bear is going to be hit with Shaden's ultimate in the Death Realm. He isn't even level 6. He can't pop his own ultimate, and AC goes on a killing spree with a beautiful roam from mid. Mono not able to match.
Yeah, I think...
Speaking of the roams, Zappy is here. He somehow lands the hook. Mono flashes, gets the ultimate, but it is dodged, and AC now on a rampage. Zappy almost goes down, but it is not enough. Another fight here. Claude is in that World Ender form going in against Shaden. Gets a nice knockup with the third broken blade, or rather darkened blade. Shaden dealing so much damage, does not land that last mace smash.
Yeah, Claude had to burn his flash because Olaf was coming up the river, and if he would have hit him with an undertow, then he probably would have been killed.
A nice attempt there from One Baron James to get AC, get that shutdown gold, make sure that he cannot remain such a menace. But a good flash over the wall keeps him safe, and that is one dangerous Silas. We already talked about what he can do if he gets ahead.
Yeah, look at the top side jungle for Rated R. Look how lit up it is with the red team's wards. We have 2 wards, I think, on the map right now for Rated R. They really need to get some wards up to protect these entrances into their jungle, because right now One Bear is just having a hard time. They're just tracking him, and he can't really do anything right now.
Right, but the problem is none of the laners are able to even leave. They're always being shoved under the turret or pushing themselves, and they have no way to get that vision out.
And Silas is huge right now.
The double buffs here. I think that they're specifically targeting One Bear for that, giving those buffs over to the highest ranked player for Tempest Rampage there. That AC being cool, like his name suggests.
Yep. Yes, very cool. Indeed.
You're welcome.
So,
a lot of conditioning.
I mean, probably the best thing they could do is to play, because I think they need to play to the bot side right now, because mid, you can't really do much mid. I'm pretty sure Silas can 1v2 at this point. The strongest lane is the bot side, so getting her further ahead, because she's pretty close on CS, but she does have the kill, so she's actually not behind in the lane. And just mid and top are going to have to farm it out and play safe for the moment. I mean, yeah, the most you can do is send the whole team mid to get that 450 gold shut down, but I think just sending the jungler and the mid laner isn't going to be enough at this point in time.
Well, especially with the fact that he has that extra escape in the Hextech Proto Belt, he's able to gain those extra units of distance just by clicking a single button.
Like he's invading over into the jungle just to track Nunu and see where he's at. Nunu has to go back top because he cannot engage on him.
And without that vision, like you were talking about, this is right back to where the Tracker's Knife was one of the old school jungler's favorite items. Nice black shield on James, able to throw down his own ultimate, but Kiri is still alive, goes into the deadly chase, and he picks up himself a double kill on the bottom side. Flash is traded, Summoner spells traded, but in the end, Tempest, Rampage come out ahead.
That was really close. I think that he waited to throw or pull the. Oh, mid lane's about to get ganked.
Jungle official's gonna be here. Mono underneath the turret does go down. AC is not taking turret aggro. In comes the channel. They're gonna trade it. The pop, but AC does heal again. Claude goes into the death realm with Shaden, goes into the world ender, but Shaden comes out ahead. Somehow One Bear is still alive, did not get the kill on to AC. Damage going here on the jungle official, and he's on a killing spree, able to heal with his W and the extra attack speed from his passive.
Oh man, this game is getting out of control for Rated R. Any of these fights, they're so close, but because of the item advantage, gold advantage, it doesn't matter how close it is. They've got the damage to stop you. Like, look at One Bear, he almost blew Silas up, but Silas has that advantage in the extra health, and he's able to kill him, or at least win the fight and not die, and put One Bear so low down that Olaf runs in, and even with low health is able just to kill him with, you know, one ability there with the true damage.
Riot Azale will be happy to see the Executioner's calling in the inventory of Claude Dupree up in the top side. He talked on the dive about how he believes Grievous Wounds as a mechanic is severely underused, and he's got it up there for the Silas, who heals so much from that Kingslayer, and for the Olaf that we just saw what can happen when he activates that W. But here we go, and engage onto Kiri. It's double ultimate, and Kiri goes down, shut down, going to Mono. The damage is here. Zappy is going to get rooted a little bit, but Shaden has the teleport in. Unstoppable goes the jungler, but the damage has been done. They are still fighting. Rito is alone here on the bottom side. Going to have to fight Shaden. Gets the root underneath the turret, and he goes unstoppable AC.
Oh.
And 4 members of Rated R are dead.
Someone got the 700 gold shut down. I did not see who it was. If it was Mr. One Bear or
I believe One Bear got the kill onto Kiri.
You know, that would have been really, really good if they could have got out after those kills, but their team is just too strong. They can just keep walking at you. I mean, yeah, you killed one of them, but they're so tanky right now. I mean, even Nautilus is too tanky for them with the 2 kills and 5 assists.
With the nature of the champions drafted from Tempest Rampage, you're exactly right. There's no way to get through the extra hit points, the extra armor, everything that they've been able to buy with this huge advantage. Now 8,000 gold ahead. First turret has gone down. 13 kills above. They just picked up this Mountain Drake. They're going to be able to do a lot of damage throughout this game.
And James is still sporting that high hit percentage on the bindings. If anything,
you gotta take them where they go. Oop, but AC gonna go in here. Not a lot, just taking that ultimate.
Is that caster curse when you mention something and they miss immediately right after?
That is precisely what that is. That is the caster curse. But in comes another engage. A nice bop onto Zappy. Claude wants to go in, but that's not how that ultimate works anymore. Kiri gets the kill there because Nautilus has so much crowd control.
I think there's a little miscommunication on that one, because it looked like Claude thought Bear was just going to go in on that, and then as soon as he did, Bear turned around. So I think that's just a little miscommunication with right there that can be cleaned up later on, and Claude would have lived his life.
Agreed, because you know what's the second biggest thing that people say when you're playing League of Legends? It's don't focus the tank, right? So once the engage is stopped on Zappy, I do think that you do that. You stop it. Oh, but AC might be in some trouble here, taking a lot of damage, but he heals so much with that Kingslayer, picking up the dominating level kill. The knockup onto One Bear stops the channel, meaning it isn't full damage, and AC and Zappy walk away quite happy. Oh, that rhymed. That was awesome. One Bear gonna channel up the biggest snowball ever.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think you want to engage.
No, you really don't, but it was helping clear the wave. But now Jungle Official has no fear going underneath this turret, especially when Kiri has that Killer Instinct ultimate ready to continue the engage.
Look at the damage from the Q on Claude from Kaisa. Like, it took a third of his life away.
What they need is Rito here. He is so good with his he's only 1 and 2, which means that he's been able to keep himself pretty decent in this game.
Kaisa
He's got that Essence Reaver ready. Next engage coming in here, but it doesn't matter as the turret falls down in the middle lane.
Yeah, they just don't have the damage to even push through Nautilus. The support right now, Olaf is too tanky, even with two items that give him a little health. The top lane is too tanky. He's 3-0. They just don't have the damage to push through this team right now. And I don't know if their team can come back from something like this if they don't try to extend the game out in a without trying to force these fights that they've been doing.
Speaking of, that's a nice engage there onto Kiri. Doesn't get the kill quite yet. AC goes godlike on the top side, but they get the shutdown onto Zappy. Flash forward, Wonder gets the nice slow from the smite. That's the killer instinct and a double kill going over to Mono. But on the top side, another death on Claude and another turret gone, as well as James's death. They're going to be pushing for the inhibitor. And when they answer on the top side, that means bottom gets the free push with Shaden. Will the engage happen here? Command attack has gone through.
I don't think they win this.
Forward. They probably don't, but they are going to fight it. Jungle official goes in and wrecks Mono. James is now here. He's going to throw out yet another binding. They are sharing. AC goes in with the Morgana ultimate, unable to get the kill until now, going legendary, but instantly being shut down by Rito.
1,000 gold over to Xayah. That's awesome, but I mean, I don't think it's going to put her up enough to be able to destroy this front line like she needs to be able to. Like, they really need Kai'Sa to be huge right now because she's the only one that's going to be able to peel through this front line. And without an Infinity Edge, I don't think it's going to happen.
And I think that's why you saw the dagger being traded for that BF sword. All that extra gold, that 1,000 bounty that was taken from AC's first death this game, allows for more damage. And Xayah naturally has that 70% attack speed increase from her W, that deadly plumage. That was buffed back in 9-10, I want to say. And it's so huge. So you don't need to quite finish those attack speed items when you have a natural 70% boost. You need the damage.
Yeah, you need the raw damage right now. And you need Nunu to be tanky enough to hold that front line. I know he's still going to get peeled through by Olaf, but he needs to be tanky enough to where he can disrupt. And right now, I don't know if he's tanky enough to slow them down that he needs. Because you're not going to slow down Olaf, but you can slow down the rest of the team.
So the hit points are there. Cinder Hulk will scale.
Yeah.
He's got a big old giant's belt. Now he needs a little bit of magic resistance. And excuse me while I fix this problem that I found is actually pretty common. We are right back into the game. Another dark binding from James. Unfortunately, it runs into Jungle Official as opposed to the Drake. A great attempt and great accuracy still, as we have mentioned.
They're down 10k gold. They've stopped the bleeding at the moment. Those he's so on point with those, and that's a max range binding.
I am loving it. A lot of good stuff coming out of the bottom lane here for Rated R Esports. Will they be able to put the team on their back?
Claude doesn't even have an item yet. Which
no, he had to deviate. For
yeah. Well, they're going for the Baron right now.
This will be a huge fight if Rated R can make it happen. They're all clumped up, all 5 members, but the Baron has been taken. Into the Death Realm goes Shaden, and he is in with Rito, who is going to throw his own ultimate. They're trying a nice explosion.
Oh!
Get the damage! They're coming in. Zappy is going to be the next target. He goes down, but Kiri on the front lines is dealing a lot of damage. Goes into the killer instinct to try and kill Mono, dealing tons of damage to Wonder, who gets the shield. Bandheat manages it. Double kill. Claude Debris goes down, and Mono is the last one alive against 2, dealing a lot of damage there onto Kiri. Has to be careful. He needs to use the command protect, get that shield. He's running away from Shane and going to deal a lot of damage back. Orianna, never to be trifled with.
And she has the blue buff, so she can spam over and over. That wombo was huge. They just didn't have the damage enough to like finish it off because Xayah died a little bit earlier in the fight. Had she lived a little bit longer, I think they pulled the ace off with that.
For sure, because the Featherstorm was the last thing. You could see Rito's brain saying, I can't just use this, waiting for so long to cast it and finally being able to throw it down, but dies before being able to pull those feathers forward, get the root, and like we talked about, just the sheer damage.
Look at just another one, and he flashed at her.
AC. Oh, that feels so bad if you're AC.
Yeah, that was a little overzealous with the flash, I think. Hopefully they can take advantage of that, though.
On Shaden and Kiri here. Can they break the base? Tempest, Rampage have been ahead this entire game, but Rated R Esports has shown that a good root. Do they have the slows and the damage that they need? One of the first missed bindings there, I think we're up to about 5 that have been missed. No slows going to be landing on the James with that black shield here.
If they can just delay the game, they can do something. I mean, although Kaisa is a disgusting late game carry, so I don't know even if delaying the game with how she can just peel through tanks. But it definitely gives them more of a chance when you get the Feather Storm through and you get the Orianna ult and just maybe deleting her and taking her right out of the fight.
The other thing to remember is Aatrox finally has one item. Once that Death's Dance is built, he becomes just a machine.
Yeah.
So hard to kill.
1v1 most likely anybody.
Up on the top side of root onto Kiri, and the Ignite Claude is going to go down. Shaden stays dominating.
Kaisa uses the heal to stay alive. Ignite was burned by James, but so she doesn't have any lifesteal items, but they do have the Ocean Drake, which is going to heal her back up.
Going into the Ragnarok, Jungle Official wants to engage. One bear flashes, Shaden is in the back. Zappy wants to go in onto Mono, who throws out the ball, manages to pick up Kiri with the shockwave, but the turret is no longer there to save him. Zappy and AC join, and they're going to take out the second inhibitor of the game. Engage coming in from one bear. The snowball does not land. Will this be it, Proden?
With 3 inhibitors.
Do they have the damage? AC is going to jump out. He's going to jump back in, healing with the Kingslayer. He is shut down. The next fight, that means resets on Claude. He is able to resurrect. Shaden goes into the death realm with one bear, but it's not enough. Kiri does have enough to kill Claude, and now Shaden goes godlike, taking down the one bear. Another fight underneath the turrets. Rito against Kiri. Triple kill for Kiri, but he goes down as well. Now it's 2v1. Mono has a lot of damage. We can see it right there with the command attack dissonance, dealing so much with that Luden's Echo. The game is not over yet, Proden.
As long as they can clear these waves, Baron's not up for another minute and 52 seconds, and they can keep the waves cleared. I don't think they can contest Baron though, so I don't know if it's even gonna matter, because if they get Baron with the double waves coming in, it's so hard when they're this far behind to stop those super minions from coming in.
I think it's hard to stop the super minions right now. Well,
yeah, and especially without Xayah. Xayah could probably peel through the super minions herself. But yeah, it's gonna be so hard with that Baron buff to stop them from coming in, and they're gonna have to do pretty much a home run play if they want to contest that Baron, to where they push the lanes out and they just collapse on Baron, but then they risk someone backdooring them. It's gonna be super hard for them to come through. You know, if they can get a pick or something to take advantage of that, they might be able to, but you just have to play it so perfect. And they have 2 Infernal Drakes. I mean, it's very much stacked against them. It's going to be really hard. I mean, anything's possible. I've seen it, but I just think the difficulty level is turned up right now for them to pull something back on this.
Mono and James here in the front line. Mono's going to get his ultimate taken. Rito is alone in the death realm. Shaden trying to do what he can. Featherstorm goes out, but that bonus damage to a solo target is enough. Quad is going to go down, as is one bear and Mono, and that will do it. Tempest Rampage come out victorious this first game of the Phoenix Rising League as the Nexus is exploded.
Oh, it was a rough one for the boys.